Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to this week's ESO Live.
Yep.
We are your hosts for this week.
We are.
I am GINA BRUNO, Citizen Community Manager for ESO.
I'm Jason, Community Coordinator for ESO.
Happy 1-year anniversary.
Happy 1 year. We made
did
it. We did it.
We made it.
Yay.
Together.
Do we have cake?
I wanted cake. They told me I couldn't eat it on the air, though. Happy opening day for the Orioles.
No, we don't do that.
I
here.
mean, I'm excited.
No.
Brian Wheeler's at the game enjoying himself.
That's true.
Of course. What else? Should probably do a news, or not a news recap, the episode overview.
Yeah, let's go over what we're going to talk about on the show. It's not going to be the Orioles, so let's take a look. We got the official ESO news recap.
I mean, it is opening day, so that's some news.
That's what they say.
After that, we're going to do Life at Sauce with QA Senior Tester, Erik Mabry.
Yep. After that, we'll have the Fan Creations Showcase, looking at your art.
After that, we will do the Ask Us Anything, where we are taking questions from the forum thread.
Yep.
And answering them.
We'll also be looking at the community events happening in Tamriel.
Then we are going to do some lore with Lawrence,
yes.
our lore master.
And then, of course, giveaways throughout the entire show. We have a nice little gift. Isn't it nice?
There's a couple nice gifts.
Yeah, we got nice gifts.
I mean, they're always nice, but this is really nice.
It's cool. So up first, let's take a look at the official news recap. News. Okay, so up first, patch 2.0.4 is live. So if you've been playing, awesome. If you haven't, jump in. What are you missing? Next week we have patch 2.0.5, and we actually fresh, like hot off the presses, we have some of the fixes that are going in with 2.0.5. Not everything, just some of the things.
Little teases.
Yeah. One is the costumes will no longer be applied while in werewolf form. Fire pot trebuchet weapons will now have a delay between impact and their first damage over time tick.
It's good for Cyrodiil?
Yes, it is good for Cyrodiil. Fixed a bug where some types of melee attacks had a 100% chance to proc the Thunderous Plate mail item set.
Oh my, that sounds wrong. I'm glad that's getting fixed.
And we also fixed a bug that was preventing some players from being unable to dismount. We saw that on the forums.
I know one of our engineers was in one of those threads kind of giving some temporary workarounds,
exactly.
So at least it'll be fixed on Monday.
It will be fixed on Monday. Something that we're still working on, we're testing a fix now, is the bug that was enemies hit by knockbacks don't take proper damage, fall damage. That is something that we're looking into now, so we hope to get that fixed as soon as we can.
Indeed.
Yep.
I mean, when I knock you off an edge, I want you to take some fall damage.
It would be appropriate. It would be appropriate. We also, I don't know if you've been checking out the Crown store, we released 4 new pets.
Oh my God, 4 new pets for adoption. They're so cute.
Well,
he's not really cute.
Let's be honest. Some are cute, some are terrifying, but they're all awesome. The first is the Banekin. You can see it on the screen right now. Pretty, I would say that goes in the creepy, cool factor.
This is creepy.
This is the cute.
Oh my God.
The Bravo Retriever.
Adopt me, please.
I love him. The Scamp.
A little more creepy.
Yeah, that might be in the creepy camp.
Oh,
Peppy. Shornhelm Shepherd as well. So if you haven't had a chance, check out the Crown store and you can get those today. What else? Alliance War changes. Over the last few patches, we've had some Alliance War changes. Here's one you might like. If you contributed to killing a boss in a Cyrodiil Delve, you'll now be granted a 60-minute AP buff, which increases your AP gains for 20%.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I think that's awesome.
Kind of helps spread some people out a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And reward you for doing it, too.
Yep. And another one that's new is the completing Dark Anchors in Cyrodiil will now have a chance to drop 3 types of siege weapons with Cold Harbor themed ammunition. So there's the Cold Fire Trebuchet, the Cold Stone Trebuchet, and the Cold Fire Ballista.
The Cold Stone Trebuchet,
I
really?
was so close to saying Cold Stone Creamery Trebuchet because that sounds delicious.
Sounds delicious.
And I would like some ice cream. There's other things going on, right?
Yes, we have been very busy.
Yeah.
We announced Welcome Back Weekend earlier this week. In case you missed it,
back, yeah.
We are welcoming some people back. This is going to start next Thursday, 10 a.m. and run through the weekend, and it'll end Monday morning. So this is for anyone who participated in our beta but didn't actually purchase the game. We're kind of giving you a chance to go back to Tamriel, see kind of how everything has changed since beta, and give it a try.
Yeah, we've had 6 major content updates.
They have been major.
Yes, that you have not experienced. So experience them.
You
Come
should
back.
experience for free. While you're playing in Welcome Back Weekend, if you make any progression on your character and decide to purchase the game, all that progression will carry over, so you don't have to start over again. And this will be regardless of when you purchase the game. If you do it during Welcome Back Weekend, a week after, months after, whenever.
But why would you wait months, though?
You shouldn't wait months. Just buy it.
Yeah, just come right back.
What else? We are also doing some giveaways throughout that weekend. There's going to be a lot of in-game events that we're running, that other players are running. We'll have all the details posted on Monday. So keep an eye on the website. We sent out a console transfer email to everybody.
We did.
Yesterday. Well, that's not true. Not to everybody.
Some people.
Some people. If you receive this mail, then you are eligible to take advantage of the console transfer offer. We wanted to just kind of clarify a couple of things. We know maybe there's a little bit of confusion about what was going on with this. When you purchase this transfer, you do get the game with it, the console version. So you don't have to go out and buy a separate version of the game on top of the $20 that you're spending. It'll come with it, whether you get PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. If you want to do both consoles, you can do that. It's cool. It's just you have to sort of do it one at a time. So you can do PS4 first and then Xbox after you're finished with that transaction. We also want to clarify that this is a copy. It's not a transfer. So you will still be able to play your PC character and whatever console that you're playing on, but the progression is going to be separate at that point. When we do the copy, it's going to be a little bit closer to console launch. We'll let you know as soon as we do, but it's not actually happening when you purchase that transfer.
Right. So you don't have to be worried about your progression, you know, at this point being copied. It's going to happen closer to the actual launch, which is good. So keep playing.
You should keep playing.
Yes.
What else? Got some contest stuff going on, right?
We got some contest stuff going on. We actually today ended the Tales of the Dead 4. So the entries that were picked, we actually had an English, French, and German winner, which was really cool. So you can check out those entries on ElderScrollsOnline.com.
I think the French entry was something about potatoes.
I love potatoes.
Who doesn't?
Spuds
are delicious.
They're really good entries this time. It was hard to pick. It was definitely hard to pick. There were a lot. We read through them. We picked the best that we thought. But don't be discouraged because Tales of the Dead will come back for sure. So if you didn't win this time, it's coming back. But in contest news, aside from Tales of the Dead, we have a new one that starts today. The Collectible Creatures Fan Art Contest. It's hard to say. Basically, draw your favorite pet or mount from the Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. Submit it to us at community@elderscrollsonline.com. It's a mouthful. And we will pick the best ones. We'll share them on Tumblr. And on May 18th, I believe it is, we're going to show the winners live on ESO Live. And you're going to win cool prizes. If you want to know what those prizes are, go to the website, check it out. They're all listed, but some of the cool things are going to be a
tablet?
A tablet, yeah, drawing tablet, the Hero's Guides to Tamriel.
Crowns?
Crowns. We're giving away crowns, so you can actually redeem it you can get pets, mounts from the Crown Store, or anything else you want. Things, cool things.
Lots
so
of
yeah,
things.
check it out for sure.
Early this morning, we put up a Vine on Twitter showcasing a new little guy that is coming soon to a Crown Store near you.
Yep. It's a quick sneak peek.
We just wanted to kind of show sort of an extended look of this Cinch leopard.
This is longer than 6 seconds, isn't it?
Oh, he walks.
And this is coming soon to the Crown Store.
Yes. We will have more details soon.
Soon, TM.
When this will be available, but it will be limited.
Yep.
All right. Got some questions from the forums. Got some issues going on. We kind of wanted to address some of those with you today. Give you a little update. First and foremost, we have seen a couple posts about some lag and performance issues. This is troubling Cyrodiil, PvE, dungeons. We've seen, pledges are kind of suffering from some poor performance recently. We can tell you that this is under a very heavy investigation all the time. We have tried some back-end things to try and fix this. Unfortunately, it did not work as we had hoped, but we are continuing to look at it. We're not giving up. There's some things that one of our programmers is looking at, trying to see if maybe certain abilities are somehow affecting Cyrodiil and other combat areas. He started kind of getting into engineer talk, so sorry. I asked if he wanted to come on the show and explain it, and he was like, nope. No. So, please rest assured that we are looking into this. We are not giving up.
Yeah, for sure. Other ongoing hot topics on the forums, people are asking, where is Imperial City?
I don't know.
Yeah, are we just sitting on it? Is it done?
It's right here.
We've mentioned this before, but we're actually still going through it and testing it. We're testing the different systems involved. It's not something that's done. We're not sitting on it. A lot of the art is, getting finalized, but the actual systems are still being tested. So we want it out there as quickly as we can get it, but we're not going to sacrifice a good product, just to get it out quicker. Yeah, so we're still going to be working on it and, and testing it internally and making sure that it is amazing.
Totally amazing. I was about to say totes, and I stopped myself.
Well, I'll say
totes
amazing. It's going to be totes amazeballs like you've never seen. So.
Oh my gosh.
Stay tuned.
All right, the Crown Store. We know you love pets, but we know you also really want to see some systems like barbershop, name change, race change. These are all things that we want to do, and we do plan to do. The Crown Store just launched, I think, like last month, right?
Yeah, so we need some time.
These are, kind of we're in our first iteration right now. We just kind of put out some things. We do plan on putting items out every month. We'll give you that showcase article each time to kind of give you a sneak peek on what you can expect to see. But we do plan on doing those things, just they're not ready yet, that's all.
Sure. So stay tuned, for sure.
I wonder if the drinking game this time is soon. How many times we say that?
It is now. It is now. Here's another hot topic, auction house. There's been some questions about whether that's something we're ever going to consider. It's actually not something that we plan on considering. While global auction houses would be, convenient, they're not ideal for the economy of the game, so it's not something that we're planning to do.
No.
Sorry. That was the nicest way I could say. It's never going to happen.
Put it to rest. Yeah.
But yeah, we're not planning that. So.
What else we got?
Things.
Controller support for PC.
Hot topic.
Especially since that console transfer mailer went out yesterday. We've kind of seen this bubbling back up as sort of a top question. This is something that we would like to do at some point in the future. Please be clear, it won't happen with console release, but potentially shortly after console. We are looking at doing something like this. We did kind of start testing it a little bit internally and sort of found that some of the PC features weren't really translating that well to console, so we just need to do a little bit of work on it, but it is something that we'd like to do. Yeah,
definitely. The removal of veteran ranks, is this still going to happen? We've mentioned it on the show before, but we're still getting this question. We definitely still plan to do this. We don't have an ETA, but it's part of our plan. Has been, will be, is be.
Forever.
Continue. So just, hang
tight.
Yeah, hang tight, and we'll let you know.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happening.
Yeah, stuff.
So, let's talk to somebody else about stuff that's happening. We're going to get into our Life It's Us segment.
Let's do it.
We're back.
We have a guest.
With another person.
Yes.
Appeared.
So joining us this week is Erik Mabry.
Hi, Erik.
Who
Hello.
I just learned today. I've been saying his name wrong for years, literally.
I've never said it wrong.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever said it. That's okay.
That's right.
Burn. So Erik is a member of our QA team. He is a senior QA tester.
Yep.
We'll be just kind of going through, talking about what he does here at Sauce.
Yeah.
So just for starters, what what is your current role and kind of what do you do?
Well, as you said, obviously I'm a QA senior tester. I've been working here for a couple of years now. And my primary role is delegation, making sure that our team is on top of our tasks as efficiently as possible, making sure that we're doing everything that we can to, check the bugs adequately, find the bugs, and get them, to the developers. Say, hey, this is happening as quick as possible, and doing it the right way.
And the developers are the ones that actually fix the bugs.
Yes, yes. No,
Not QA.
QA does not fix the bugs. We do our best to identify the problem to help the developer kind of pinpoint, what the problem may be, but the actual fixing is done by the developer. But that's my primary function here, is find the bugs, fix the bugs, make sure the team is doing the same thing.
Right on.
It's an important job.
It's very
It is.
important. Yeah. Very important.
So how did you start in the industry? I mean, is this something that you always wanted to do, and it just kind of... Yeah?
Absolutely. I've, like most people here, I've been playing video games all my life. Everybody here has a very similar story.
Yep.
Every job I've ever had involved video games at some point. Actually getting the job here, very lucky. Location, obviously, Maryland is a very, full of a lot of studios around here. There's a lot of opportunity.
There are kind of a lot of studios.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how many there are just
Because it's weird.
Just in this little area, there's a few.
Yeah, big ones, even small ones, startups. And so I was always kind of applying myself, trying to figure out what was the best way to break in. And I applied. I was at a job before that I just wasn't happy with. And I figured the time was now to move. And I applied. 6 months went by, didn't hear anything, and I was like, this has got to be a very sought-after position. Everybody wants to do this. This is great. And I give it up. And one day, got the phone call, and
Life changed.
Yeah, couldn't have been more ecstatic. It is. It's the best job I've ever had. I love working here. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
It's awesome.
So what have you worked on while you've been here at Sauce?
A lot.
Aside from, everything.
Just about everything. Like I said, I've been here a couple years now, so the launch of the game, up to the launch of the game, beta, getting that ready, being on the QA team, I'm part of the live team, so we're kind of on the front lines in terms of making sure when the bugs go out to the servers that, they've been checked thoroughly. We try to make sure that, we've done everything that we feel possible to make sure that those fixes are going out the right way, and we've kind of done our best to cover all of our bases. And then right now, as everybody's aware, consoles are coming up. So
what?
I've heard, yeah.
It's a pretty big focus right now for us. But don't misunderstand. We are still very focused on keeping the PC customers happy and getting the bug fixes out to them and updating that content as well. So it's kind of got our hands in everything.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that you're on the live team. I know there's also different QA groups, like some people focus on art, some people focus more on gameplay and live for you.
Yeah, it's a very talented,
kind of all over the place.
Yeah, very talented, very, very varied pool of folks who specialize in some areas better than others. We have combat folks, we have content folks. I mean, you name it, pretty much any subcategory of the game. And as they test that stuff, they get better with it, they become more familiar with it, so naturally they're the best people to check that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, we kind of put those people in that position, again, to make sure everything is squeaky clean.
Nice.
Makes sense.
So of all the things that you do, which is a lot, do you have a favorite part of your job?
Yeah.
Hanging out with us?
It is.
Doing these
this is a lot of fun. The people I work with, obviously, is a huge part.
It's a common theme.
Yeah. Everybody here has
fun.
very similar interests, so it makes it very easy for everyone to work together. And then the casual environment just makes it that much easier to do your job. I mean, you're not stressing about other things, and the camaraderie that you have with your coworkers is, that much better because you can trust that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but everybody can still kind of, lay back and it makes the day much easier, really. So
it's a common answer here, especially for this segment. Like, what's your favorite thing? Oh, it's the people. But seriously, like, I don't want to get all sappy on everybody, but we're kind of like a family here.
I hate everybody here.
That's
CJ
not
hates
true.
everyone, but you know.
lying?
I'll tell you some stuff about this company.
I mean, some of my best friends work here. We really do just kind of all. We just should have a group hug.
We spend a lot of time here. I mean,
Yep, we do.
We spend a lot of time here.
It's like a second home.
If you don't get along with the people that work here, and if you don't enjoy that environment, I mean, you lose your mind.
I fake getting along with Jason usually,
Well,
but
Everyone does. I'm insufferable.
So, do you have any advice for somebody who kind of wants to get into QA or into this industry?
Yeah, you know, I said for me it was very lucky, and it was. And anybody trying to get into the industry knows that, or has heard at least, that QA is where to start. It's the way to get your foot in the door. And you learn so much by working in QA because, like I said before, you have your hands in everything. One question I was asked when I was first interviewed was, what do we get essentially if we hire you? And I really didn't expect that question. It caught me off guard, but I was able to answer it immediately because basically, I mean, I know it's a stupid answer, but I knew what the answer was, you know, and it was, you're going to get my passion, you know, playing video games all my life, working with video games all my life. It's always been about my passion, and I said, look, you know, I will help make the product better. I'm interviewing for QA. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to do. You're going to get my passion. I want to see the product be the best thing out there. I will help make it the best thing out there. That's what you'll get from me. And if you can make the company that you want to work for believe that they're going to get that out of you, if you can convince them of that, and if you really have that drive, that's what they want, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I believe that's probably the best advice I can give, is to just put yourself out there. If you really want to make an impact on the industry, make them know that, make them believe that.
It's good advice. Man,
It is.
I wish I had a pen. I'd be taking notes. Damn.
Have you just been fake working here for a while?
Oh, I just walk in the door. No one has ever said to leave. It's been years now.
Fortunately for you, we're recording this.
I think people
wow.
know now. So can you tell us a little bit like what you're working on now? I know maybe not the specifics, but anything?
Yeah. Again, focusing on consoles primarily.
Sure. Something funny? I don't understand. You're laughing.
I'm just nothing.
You can't not tell people.
No, just your answer.
Oh.
I'm thinking about you just waltzing in and being like, I'm here again, and everybody being like, who is that guy?
Well, there's so many people that work here that no one noticed.
You wear a shirt of the game.
Yeah, exactly. That was
And
that was my plan. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he works here.
Oh man.
You grow a beard.
That's not actually true. In case anyone's wondering, I really
I'm
do
sorry.
work here.
I totally interrupted.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
So yes, what are you working on?
What are you doing?
Tell us.
Working on consoles.
Yes.
We're all going mad.
We want to make sure that everybody's been waiting for consoles for forever,
Sure.
right? We want to make sure consoles are what everyone is expecting out of it.
And it's almost here.
It is almost here. It's right around the corner, right?
Yeah.
So limited time to make sure that we get everything right. We don't want to disappoint the players. So that's what we're focusing on right now. But again, we're not losing focus on the PC side of things.
Sure.
They got us where we are right now, right? We started out on PC and Mac.
Yep.
We don't want to abandon those players. So we are absolutely juggling both sides of this.
Yep.
And there really isn't anything that, I mean, without giving too much away, there really isn't anything that we put out there that QA doesn't touch. So
Sure.
if it's out now, or if you saw a preview of it,
Yep.
QA has worked with it in some form or fashion.
Nice.
So
Cool.
Sweet.
Just got word that the word this week is again. Come on,
What?
guys.
What we say a lot.
apparently.
Well, I mean, it's a word that people say when they don't know what to say. I mean,
It's also kind of like
It's like a thinking word.
it's like a nervous thing too. I think.
It is sort of.
yeah. There's nothing. I don't know what I'm saying. Keep going.
Well, maybe I'll just say well instead.
Yeah.
I just said, man, now I'm so self-conscious about it.
I never brought it up.
I know. Das Dragonasi. Did I butcher that? I'm
No,
sorry.
that's perfect.
He was kind of asking what bug is giving you the most trouble. There's got to be one that's just like, man, this one.
Gosh, let me think of one. I'm trying to think of one.
Take your
right
time.
now.
Well, he also wants to know what bug has been the most fun. Maybe the funniest bug. Sure, you've seen some good ones.
Okay, well, okay. So the one that's giving us the most trouble right now is, I think, it has been kind of plaguing us for a while, is Cadwell's Silver and Gold. A lot of people have been complaining that, reporting, I should say, not complaining. It's a horrible word.
Maybe a little bit. Of both.
That they can't access the next, alliance for their quest
That was
progression.
something I remember from launch. I mean, since
Yeah.
we're doing a one-year
And
thing.
we're still getting.
Man, remember there was like crowds of people just waiting, like really like to get into Cadwell Silver, you guys.
We're still getting reports of it, and we cannot nail that thing down.
It's very.
Well,
and
you know what
we're
you should
working
do?
at it on.
Would a slash bug help?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, we get slash bugs of it all the time. I will tell everybody out there watching right now. Thank you for your slash bugs. As much detail and as many screenshots as it will allow you to send us. Any information that you can give us, not just this isn't happening. If you can send us all of that information, it's hugely helpful to us.
Absolutely.
And then the most fun one. I mean, I wouldn't say they were fun. I would just say like, no, don't misunderstand. I would say they were like, you would get a report and you would be like, you would get it to happen. We'd repro it. We'd reproduce the issue, and then you'd really just kind of have to sit back and go, wow, I can't believe that's actually happening. You'd have to laugh at it, right?
Yeah.
Because it was happening.
Sure.
So they're funny. They're never. Bugs aren't fun. They're not fun
they're
for
not
anyone.
You know
fun.
what my favorite one is? I'm just going to say it. The one where, I don't know if they're trying to do a slash dance or something, but when the top part of their
That's
body
exactly what I was
stays
gonna say.
still and
Yep.
the bottom
Oh,
part
right.
just spins around.
It's like a body
Oh, man.
twist. It is.
It's my favorite.
It's pretty cool. That
Oh,
one
and
I
the
would like to
eye-popping
say.
one.
The eye popping, yeah.
Or when their head like twists back in the air
They
while
just
they're
start
talking, to
talking
you.
like this.
That's a fun one. Those are all the early like bugs were really funny where we had art issues with the eye popping.
Sure.
Things.
Those are my favorite. I almost kind of wish people don't report it because I just secretly wanted to stay there for a while. That's wrong to say.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
sorry.
fun.
Oh man, Slayer Serena, we feature her art all the time. Wonderful artist. She was just saying that she noticed her character moves their mouth when the tiger mount growls, so it looks like their character is growling.
Really?
That might just be kind of a.
I can look at that. We can
know.
find out.
Maybe it's intentional. Maybe we want.
Maybe he is.
Maybe it's
growling.
like we'll say it's you're getting ready for battle.
It's a feature.
And then not only is your mount roaring, right, but you're like, yeah, like charging into battle. We'll go with that.
Oh boy. So, I would assume you don't know the status of every single bug in the game.
Oh well, I mean.
You know a lot.
I
You
don't
know a lot.
brag,
Come on.
No, no if it's a severe bug, I know most of this. But what do we? What is there? Is there somebody asking about another one? Come on. Hit me.
Somebody is actually asking what kind of experience you look for when looking at potential QA hires. If they do require experience, even.
No, absolutely. Some people would accuse us of just sitting around and playing video games all
Isn't
day,
that what you do?
every day. Yeah. I mean, according to my family. No, the two main important things are attention to detail and communication. Obviously, you have to have attention to detail to be able to find the smallest bug to the biggest bug. If you just bug the big issues, then you'll never find the little things, like a character's mouth moving while they're roaring. Well, if you're always looking at the back of your character and never turning them around, you'd never see that, right? And the other thing is communication, because we have to communicate the issues to the dev. We need to be able to tell them exactly what we're seeing, how we're getting the issue to happen, and you need to be able to guide them to the issue without confusion. Because, you know, if you put in the wrong character model or whatever, they'll just say, well, I can't get this to happen, and then your bug doesn't get fixed, right?
Well, and that's a lot of times when we see something on the forums, we'll ask for more information, like, you know, what armor are you wearing, what ability did you use when this happened? You know, every piece of information helps so much.
Yes, absolutely. And then that's really what it is, you know. We can get a lot of information from a screenshot. We can piece things together from your compass and your character, the surrounding area. You know, we do play the game. We have been through the game, so we can pick out areas and figure out where you are.
Does it give the location where the screenshot was taken?
When you put a bug in, we get certain things. Your character's location at the time. So if you find an issue, and then we're like 15 minutes later, you've moved somewhere else, and then say, oh yeah, I meant to bug that. Your location that we're going to get is going to be where your character is then.
So it's when you actually submit.
Right. So the best practice if you find an issue is to send it there if you care enough to send it then, because then we'll get your location right there when the bug's happening, and then again, like I said, a screenshot and any details you can provide, always helpful. But yes, there's other information that we get. It's boring. I don't want to get too much into it, but overkill is not really a bad thing, you know, when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I actually just said something very similar to somebody yesterday. Like, there's no such thing as too much information when it comes to bug reports.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, don't be afraid to say too much. Basically.
Yeah. Well, our general rule of thumb when we write a bug is, you know, you want like your grandmother or somebody who's never picked up a video game before to be able to look at your bug and reproduce that issue, you know, and that makes sense. What we kind of try to keep in mind.
Somebody was just saying if they find a bug, can we report a video? I think what they're saying is, can they submit a video, like either on YouTube or whatever? And I know that's always pretty helpful.
Yeah, we've had plenty of players who've done that before. If you have the capacity to upload videos to YouTube and can do that, and you can actually record it happening, videos are great. We have a lot of guilds who do that for us. They'll be running a trial or something, and they'll find an issue during their trial run, and they can link to the YouTube video, and you know, if they post it on the customer support in the forums. So yes, videos, absolutely.
Video's good.
Video's good.
Do it. Okay, well, I think that just about wraps it up, unless you have any parting words for everyone.
I thank you guys for having me on here. This is great.
Absolutely.
This was another thing I volunteered for. I didn't know if I was going to get picked for it. I was very excited.
We kind of just shoved them aside for 6 months, and we're like, yeah, we'll get to you.
I hope I could answer some questions for everybody, and
for sure.
We appreciate everybody who's sent bugs in for us. And
keep doing it.
Yes, absolutely.
Indeed.
So, thank you.
Well,
thank you.
We are.
Do you want to give something away? I mean, it's been some time. I think it's time to do it.
It's been a little while. Time for a giveaway. What do we have?
Let's give away this. Oh. It's a leather-bound notebook.
Oh my goodness.
This is actually not available. Can you see it?
There it is.
This is not available in the store. This is not something that you can just go buy right now. So that makes it extra cool.
Yep.
So what's the word you want to use? Do you want to use?
I think we're going to use. We're over here now. Here we are. We're going to use writing.
Writing.
Because you write inside this notebook.
You do. You put words on paper. So if you want to win this item, you're going to get a wrapped one, not one with my greasy fingers on, but type writing in Twitch chat right now. And we're going to select a winner.
Writing, like how you write something, not
writing.
Right amount. I don't know.
Writing. I mumble, I apologize. Writing. We're going to be picking a winner in just a second.
Soon.
Smells nice.
It smells nice?
Yeah.
What does it smell like?
Like mahogany.
Like rich mahogany.
Isn't it nice? It's got a nice scent to it.
Smells all right. You want to sniff it?
No,
It's like a scratch and sniff.
It's great. Everything's about it's great. You'd be very lucky to win this.
It would be a treasure, a treat. It would be delightful.
So once again, in case I don't know, you just happen to. What? We're on this camera now. CJ, come on, man.
It's not his fault.
I'm throwing you for a loop.
I know.
I'm back on the suit.
Just it. Oh my gosh.
Typewriting. Oh no.
It's happening.
Yep, typewriting in chat. We're waiting a little bit longer just in case people, you know, there's a Twitch lag. Some people complain about the Twitch lag, so we just want to wait a little bit. All right, let's
Here we
just do
go.
it. Let's do it. Bang the gong.
It's happening.
Gong.
You don't want to try and pronounce this?
No, I'm letting you do it.
Thanks. Thank you. Winner of this super special notebook is Prince Psycho. Prince with a Z.
Prince Psycho.
Prince Psycho.
That one. Congratulations, Prince Psycho. You've won a leather-bound notebook.
Super exclusive.
Super exclusive. So we're going to be sending that to you. Kai will contact you in Twitch chat. Check your inbox or the other tab since it might be flagged as spam. And send your information and we will send that to you very soon.
There
Yay.
it goes.
All right, well, I think it's time for some fan creations, right? You want to take a look at some art? Okay.
Yeah.
Artwork time.
Yay!
So let's take a look at some of the artwork that our fans created, shall we?
We shall.
Let's do it. Oh my god. This is Daedra Queen by Near Yoshi on the ESO forums.
Can you please
Can I what?
do your Yoshi impression?
Yoshi, wow.
Oh man. So good.
The Daedra Queen artwork is part of a series of artwork that he's created. But yeah, I love it. This one's awesome. Near Yoshi does some pieces for the Gashka magazine. I don't know if you guys have checked it out, but be sure to check it out. But a lot of his pieces are in there.
Guild.
Yeah, it's a really nice piece though. It's like professional stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
This is Tia Neris by Green Tea. This was found on the ESO forums.
This is so cute.
They are getting nice and cozy by this little fire pit.
It looks so warm.
The artist actually did this for a contest over on tessorp.com.
Yeah, very cool. This next one, this is a very cool piece. This is The Den of Thieves by Isriana. We feature her art a lot. This is inspired by the Justice System, which, as you know, came with Update 6. And if you look behind her on the wall, those are some of her other pieces. And we've featured most of those on the show. The one that actually, I think we featured it last week from the Strauss Mackay piece. But yeah, this is really cool. This is her Khajiit Nightblade Mirami. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, apologies.
Sorry.
But yeah, very cool. Nice work.
Here is a piece, well, two pieces. We have Walking Apocalypse and Mara's Touch, both by, should we go with a silent J?
Yeah, let's do a silent J.
Yahoel.
Yep.
This was on our official ESO forums. This artist actually created these pieces over the past year and shared them right on our forums. He actually also created other character pieces like a Dark Elf Sorcerer and a Red Guard Dragon Knight. And those can be found in the same forum thread if you're interested.
Yep, they're in the community creation section of the forum, so take a look. Oh, this one is so cute. This one's called Argonian. This is by Wolffish on DeviantArt. It's just a colored sketch of the player's character. I'm going to try this. Der Aus dem Eikam. I think I did a horrible job. I apologize.
I think Kai is cringing in the back.
It translates to the one out of the egg. And I think it's so cute. That's it. That's all I have to say.
Here is Tank and Damage by NK Games 2014. Found this over on DeviantArt. This is two Expo attendees showing off their best Nord and Dark Seducer cosplay. This was at the Game Expo 2015, all the way in Slovakia.
Where in Slovakia?
Oh, you're going to make me say it.
Yeah.
Bratislava?
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 Yeah, I think it's in the old Bratislava, Slovakia.
You know.
It's very cool.
Everyone knows that.
Nice work, though. This last piece, I think is awesome. I love the colors. This is from...
I don't know how you'd know what they even look like.
Just because I don't know what the colors are doesn't mean I don't like them. This is by Cabrin on DeviantArt. It's called Success. And the piece was actually commissioned for Gangsy Girl of her character Knack Knack. And Space Flyer's character, Naris. You can see them together. Knack Knack is on the right, and Naris is sitting down with the smirk on his face. It's adorable.
Yes.
Very cool.
What colors do you think those are, Jason?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to guess that's like pink and an orange on the right, and the left, it's like black and gold. Am I close?
Pretty close.
Am I in the ballpark?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mostly right.
Oh, man. This one's cool. Do you want to talk about it?
Hashtag crab hat. This
Hashtag
is
crab hat.
from a fan.
Yep.
Sent it over to us, just kind of showing off this little collection of things. Trying to make hashtag crab hat a thing. So
Make it a thing, guys.
If you own a crab, a plush crab, or hell, maybe even a real crab, put it on your hat. Did I say your hat? I meant your head.
You can put a crab on your hat. No one's stopping you.
Maybe put a hat on and then put... Yes.
That would be a crab hat. This is also something that we found. This is a Nord with a Nord. It's so cute.
Dog.
It's like his little mini-me. I love it.
We actually stalked this over on, there's an ESO Players Facebook page.
Yeah.
And found this piece a little while ago, and I mean, we all liked it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is one of our winners of the raffle from ESO Live won this cool lithograph, and a few of us signed it and sent it his way, and he framed it, and it looks so cool as well.
Love it.
Yeah, so thank you for showing us that. That's very cool. Aw.
Well, next we are going to answer some questions in the Ask Us Anything segment.
Welcome
And
back.
We're back. Gonna answer some questions.
And these are all, just to clarify, from the forums. We get some questions. Sometimes people say, why don't you answer the forum questions, because sometimes we can't make the show. But this is all this is, just forum questions.
All from the forums, you
So
guys.
if you can't watch this live, just go to the forums, leave your question in the Ask Us Anything thread. We do this every episode, so...
And if you notice, Jason kind of emphasized the word thread. There is one thread that we kind of choose these questions
Correct.
from. It says Ask Us Anything, ESO Live,
Yep.
whatever it is. It has those words in it.
Yeah, I know sometimes people say we miss certain questions, but we really are, for this segment, just pulling from that thread to keep it even and fair and...
Well, let's face it, a little easier for us.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, just one centralized place is nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions, so we try to do as many as we can, but...
Anyway,
Should we start?
We should start.
Let's do it.
First question is from Flinch.
What did
asking,
Flinch say?
I'm going to tell you.
Tell me.
Any chance we could get idle animations with our weapons drawn, as well as the current auto combat stance?
That's a good
so
question.
with a two-hander, you may have it slung over your shoulder, or sword and board, have the shield balanced on the floor, etc. Good ideas. We do definitely agree. It would be a nice touch to add some idle animations into the normal idle poses, and also maybe even the combat idle poses. We don't really have a fidget system right now that would support something like that. And creating the animations for, you know, every weapon set that we have, it would take a lot of time. In addition to all the transition animations, it's a lot of work.
Yep.
It's something that we do think would add a lot of personality to the characters, though. So we think it's definitely worthwhile to kind of discuss internally and investigate what it would take.
Yeah, could be cool.
It would be cool.
It would be. This one is from Aniova, so sorry, _ESO. Can we get a toggle for whether a die is metallic or not? I'm tired of having a shiny butt with a VR14 Bosmer leather. It's a very valid complaint. Can you also fix the issue with some armors dying incorrectly, some tops are inconsistent, that sort of thing. we've given that feedback to the art team, and they do thank you for that feedback. For technical reasons, that's why some of the dies do seem inconsistent, with the tops being lighter than other, even though it's the same armor quality.
Or a shiny butt.
Yeah, or a shiny butt, which can happen sometimes, you know. But our team is looking at ways to improve that in the future for sure. So thank you for bringing that to our attention.
Next question we have is from Technotic. Sorry, I have to increase this size. Getting old.
We'll wait. That's fine.
You're going to have to. All right. He was asking, are you guys aware of and working on the bugs in Templar Eclipse and morphs, as well as Focus Charge and those morphs?
Good question, because that's been on the forums a
It
lot this
has.
week. Yes. What's the answer?
Yes, we are aware, and we are working on and addressing the issues with Focus Charge and with Eclipse. So we will get those fixes out as soon as we can.
Yep.
And we understand those aren't the only issues with Templars, and we are kind of working on, you know, addressing and fixing the rest of them. I'm sorry, I didn't write them down. I know there was a thread that we responded in recently.
Yep. Sweet. So this one's from Nightwalker Robin _ESO from the forums. Ever consider combat pets for all classes, not just sorcerers? It's definitely a fun idea, but it's we do want each class to remain unique, and it's something that the we don't really have planned at this moment. Summon pets that last until killed is a cool idea. If we did add pets to the other classes, we would want it to be something that everyone has access to, and this isn't, you know, something that for now it's going to be, you know, just for the sorcerers, I guess. It's the best way to put it. So
Indeed.
yeah.
Etmer Ficronis.
There you go.
We're going to go with that. Asking, why can't we separate the dodge mechanic from the endurance bar? It's a strong penalty for all endurance-based builds. Well, got a lot of nods behind the camera. Got a long answer for you, so grab your popcorn. Stamina-based characters, they have advantages and disadvantages. Bigger stamina pool means you can activate the roll dodge a little more frequently. However, doing so reduces your offensive capabilities. Magicka-based characters don't have this option of trading the damage for more survivability. And in addition, this means stamina-based characters' heavy attacks will restore stamina, which gives them the ability to activate more defensive abilities. To balance this, we also made sure that stamina-based attacks are cheaper than Magicka, with passives in the weapon skill lines that reduce the cost by 20%. So managing the versatility is pretty complicated, but also rewarding for those of you who spend the resources in the correct way.
Sweet.
Did you get all that?
Can you say it one more time?
I'm sure everyone would be really happy to hear that.
This question's from Recipsa. Say Recipsa 10 times fast. It's not so easy. I couldn't even say it once. Recipsa 131. Will emotes work the same on console? I can't live without my /leanback coin, which I agree. Just like the PC version, you're going to have emotes, so you can use them in on the PS4 and the Xbox One version of the game. We basically designed it to be to utilize the interface, so it's, you know, going to work just fine on console. So get ready.
Good.
Get ready to lean back.
All right, we have a question from Alana of Mars, not of Earth.
No.
I think we started talking about those people who volunteered to be shipped off to Mars.
And what do we think about that?
I think I said I wanted to ship you off to Mars.
Thank you.
All right, Lana of Mars asking, when will we be getting more motifs? I would really like more styles that can be turned into competitive armor rather than more statless clothes or costumes where it is impossible to swap out individual sections and dye. Dye, like dye the colors, not dye. Like, dye. We are definitely committed to adding more styles for the foreseeable future.
Yep.
Where and when is kind of still being determined, but we can say that we do have multiple in the pipeline.
We do.
That pipeline of motifs.
It's a nice pipeline. Here's another one. This is from Jericho. I believe it's a silent D, like Django. but this one's saying DeJerigo, so I don't know which one it is. Still no shield dies?
Capital letters.
It's all caps, so this is a passionate question. I actually added the question mark to it. It only had an exclamation, but I think this was a question.
Still no shield dies.
No shield dies? We know you're dying for those dies, for your shields. Man. Honestly, this is something that we've talked about, we want to do. It's actually in our short-term backlog, so we are definitely plowing ahead to get those dyed shields in the game. But look forward to it in a future update. We don't have an ETA right now, but we're working on it. Stay tuned.
Soon? Can we say soon here?
We can say soon if people are going to take a shot. Isn't that what they're doing? Isn't that what they said they were doing?
No, it's remember?
Oh, soon.
All right, we got a question here from GIMP4268 asking, are there any plans to be able to research food? That way, there's another way to get a recipe other than finding them. It can be pretty hard to find ingredients that you can't use because you can never find the recipe to make the food. We don't really have any plans for adding research to provisioning, but we are exploring adding more culturally influenced foods with unique and offbeat ingredients. In addition to finding recipes in containers, you also receive a recipe every time you complete a provisioning crafting writ.
Is that right?
That was slick. I saw that.
No one else did. Nice. I love to research food. Don't you?
It's my favorite thing.
Here's a question from Randolph Benet.
Wait.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh. Will Thieves Guild armor sets be craftable and available soon? This is not something we have planned for the near future, but as we continue to expand the content, this might be something we look to integrate in the future. So that's the answer.
There you have it. Kiani Meyer asking, in the future, will there be flying mounts? We actually were told that people have been searching the word flying mounts a lot recently.
Yeah, this is something that was one of our top search terms on the forums, which is just crazy.
They want
What's
them?
the answer?
Well, never say never, but we don't really have plans right now for flying mounts.
There you go. So you can stop searching, I guess.
There's the answer.
Search term down. Here's a question from Morna Bain. Will there be more polymorph costumes in the store next month, and when will new store content be released? We definitely have plans to add more content to the Crown store, including more polymorphs, although this isn't something that's planned for next month, but we do have plans to basically add new content every month to the Crown store. Tons of new stuff, so we're going to keep it fresh.
Indeed.
Fresh to death, I would say.
And we do read, don't encourage him. We do read.
He's so young and hip.
I know.
It's how
man.
it's how I
feel so
survive.
uncool next to you. I was going to say we do read all your feedback about things that you'd like to see in the Crown store, and we'd like to put that in for you.
Sure.
Verasite?
Yes.
Right? He is asking, are there, oh boy, I just skipped to the top of the page. Whoops.
We'll wait for you. It's not live.
Here we are. Yeah, no pressure or anything. He was asking, are there any future plans for allowing players to buy gifts for other players through the Crown store, such as buying a wedding dress for a significant other? Well, we are actively looking at ways that you could purchase items and share the benefits with your friends or significant others, either way. At this time, we don't really expect to have gifting in the way that it's described in this question, but we do know that this is something that you would really like to see, and we do kind of explore and investigate often how we're going to do that. Yep.
Here's one from Phantom Target. Could it be possible to get the Tiger mount for console users in the future, since we didn't have a chance to play for the last year like the PC users did? This is something that's possible, but it's just not probable. This is something we wanted to keep exclusive for people that played on the PC. But
we got that awesome cinch leopard that we showed off.
Yep, there's going to be
cool.
other cool mounts for sure that you'll be able to check out. So,
how about a leopard?
Yeah, exactly.
Lone Pirate asking, why is there a limit on the number of daily quests a player can complete each day? How do we go about removing that limit, which has been around long before Update 6 arrived? This is due to a combination of the increased rewards provided from the daily quests and wanting to sort of keep players with limited playtime from falling immediately and hopelessly behind.
Yeah.
So, doesn't sound like it's going to be removed. Sorry.
Here's one from Yago. Does the ZOS staff ever jump on with their characters and go into PvP to knock around the rest of us in PvP? If not, you should, because it would be a great way to relieve stress. That is very true. It would be. But we do. We actually do. We're always in the game playing, all of us, PvP, PvE. We're never going to come out and say that we're developers just because it's that's not fun. It's more fun to just play with you. But
just to join your groups.
It'd also be embarrassing sometimes. They, you know, they'd be like, "I killed you," and then it's just awkward. But yeah, we're totally playing all the time.
I know that's something that Paul had also, I think it was Paul, mentioned for the 1-year anniversary blog that like he'll be in playing and people don't even know it's him.
Yep,
so
exactly.
you could be playing with Paul Sage.
Yeah, it's true. Many of you have. You just didn't know it.
Potentially.
Yeah.
All right, we have a question here from Enodoc. In any case, he's asking, would you consider adding a graveyard way shrine like in the PvE zones delves, respawn only, to Cyrodiil delves? Currently, if you get killed by an enemy, you are sent back to the border gate if you have no soul gems. We have actually thought about putting in respawn way shrines into the Cyrodiil delves. However, this kind of eliminated one of the more exciting portions of going into a cave and fighting the enemy and then forcing them to respawn elsewhere.
Cool. Sweet.
That was a long answer saying no.
We're good at that.
Yeah.
This last Ask Us Anything question for the week. This is actually from Eloa, who we absolutely adore. She created this awesome 1-year anniversary video for us, and it was so sweet. So thank you, Eloa. That was, we all got the feels. A bunch of us shared it on our own personal social media, so thank you. But anyway, Eloa, your question. This is directly to Lawrence Schick. You said, is it proper to drink in the Temple of the Seven Gods, or is it considered as a desecration or a very disrespectful behavior? From Lawrence, Lady Cinnabar of Teneth says, context is everything. Drinking in a temple can be completely respectable, especially if part of the drink is poured off as a libation for the divines. However, drunken misbehavior, unless called for in a specific ritual, should be avoided, lest it give offense to the pious, who may demand that the inebriates, is that?
I think it's inebriates.
Oh, inebriates be punished for their disrespect. This is, I should have had him
Maybe
just
you're
read
an
this.
inebriate.
Gosh.
You should have read it as Lady Cinnabar.
No. It's just not part of the plan. That was fun.
That was a blast.
I hope we answered your question well. Yes.
We are going to do another giveaway.
Let's do it.
This time for, where is it? Here.
Fitting, because we were just talking about drinking, and that's something that you put drinks in. I think they call it a mug.
Yes. What should the word be, though? Not mug. It's too easy.
Let's do questions.
Why?
Well, we just did Ask Us Anything questions.
Oh,
I
sure.
think let's do questions. We just answered your questions. So type in questions. That's a weird word the more you say it.
Questions?
It sounds like a mistake.
It does.
I don't think it's right.
I was doing that with something earlier. Oh, crowns.
Crowns.
Crowns, when you start typing it too much, just looks wrong.
When I was in elementary school, I used to, like, crayons to draw, I used to say crowns.
Ugh.
I was
hate
made
when
fun
people
of
say
for
that.
years. It's learning how to talk slowly. So type in, not crowns.
Questions.
Questions. Type in questions into chat.
You can win this mug.
And you can win this mug, of course.
If you can't see it, it's got the Ouroboros kind of wrapped around in this gold foil.
Yeah, it's really
kind of nice.
It's really pretty and limited for sure.
Super limited.
Super limited. Give a couple more seconds.
Yes.
Is there anything in that mug or?
Yeah.
What's in it?
Go.
Go.
Whoops.
All right. I'm going to pick this. Do you mind? I'm going to do it right now.
Please do.
The winner of the mug is Insane Cookies. Cookies with a Z. So congratulations, Insane Cookies. You're going to have some milk in your mug with your Insane Cookies. We'll be sending that off to you, so just check your Twitch inbox and
keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
Indeed.
Man, that was fun. It's fun times. Wonder what the cookies are made of if they're that insane. Hope it's legal.
I don't know.
Hope it's legal.
What's your favorite cookie?
I would go with the oatmeal raisin probably. Like traditionally, it's just it's very good. No, you don't agree.
I like
chocolate chip.
I like mint chocolate chip a lot.
That's
like
not
a
bad.
lot.
I'm getting hungry. We got to move on.
Yes.
Should we go over the events? Fan events? You want to do that?
Let's do some events.
Fan event time.
Cookie time?
Cookie time.
Oh, event time. Yes.
I think there's time if someone wants to bring them down. That would be nice. So let's take a look at the events that are happening this week, shall we? Or the next couple days. So up first, we have the Intermediate Counterspells class at Shad Astula. This class is going to be taking place on Saturday, April 11th at 3 p.m. At Shad Astula. This is for Ebonheart Pact members and the North American Mega Server.
Next, we have the Player Live Auction.
The long running. Yeah.
Very long running,
Yep.
where you can auction off some players. Nope, just kidding. It's auctioning off items. The Blue Skooma Company's been running this for quite some time. It takes place Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time over in Greenshade. If you're on the North American Mega Server, you should join up.
You should.
Check it out.
Don't miss it. This is Lady Shaniqua's Historical Lecture 2, the second event of this series, taking place this Saturday, April 11th, 10:30 p.m. in the courtyard of the Abbey of the Eight. This is for Aldmeri Dominion members.
Miscellaneous Valenwood events. This could really be anything from story circles to Gore races, swimming parties.
Yeah, they mix it up.
Sounds insane.
It does.
So this is Sunday, April 12th at 7 p.m. And then there's also another Wednesday, April 15th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the North America Mega Server. It's going to be in Valenwood. So head on over there, check it out, and see what they got going on this week.
Yeah.
Is that even a sentence? See what they got going on?
It's a sentence now.
It's kind of broken,
you said
but
it.
whatever.
We have the Tavern Night for new or shy RPers, so people that are new to roleplay or interested to roleplay or just interested to do something fun. Monday night, April 13th at 8 p.m. Check it out. Go to the Fells Run Inn in Daggerfall Covenant. This is a North American Mega Server event.
The weekly walk-in healing sanctuary. This is a weekly event to treat those with disease, infections, wounds.
In-game disease.
This is true.
Yes, this is for in-game. Let's remember.
It's not just for the wounded, though. It's also for the weak and needy, kind of like Jason. This takes place Friday.
I'm very weak.
April 17th at 7 p.m. North American Mega Server over at the Grotwood Embassy.
Cool.
Sorry,
I should go.
I called you weak.
I should make plans to go because I'm weak.
Oh, maybe not. Well, up next we have some lore time with Lawrence.
Hey, Lawrence.
Oh my gosh, you guys,
Welcome.
it's Lawrence!
Yay!
So Lawrence is going to be on the show today, just kind of discussing lore and, you know, how we make it, and we'll take some questions from chat if you have anything for Lawrence. So just kind of to start, do you want to just explain what you do here as the lead lore master of ESO?
Well, that's a tall order. Basically, I'm sort of the glue that holds the background together. So people are constantly coming and asking me, well, can we do this? You know, we have this great quest in mind, or this a point of interest that we want to build, and you know, can we do this? And it's my job not to say, you know, no, can't do that. We don't do that in Elder Scrolls. It's my job to say, you know, we can do this, but in Elder Scrolls, here's how we do it. So it's what I have to do is be familiar with all of the backgrounds and the precedent from previous games and what we've done in our game, and then come up with ideas and ways to make things work that'll be fun for the players, that are appropriate within an Elder Scrolls context, insofar as all the things that have gone before, and how can we make something new that feels like it lives in the same world, and I don't want to say doesn't contradict what's gone before, because lore has many aspects to it, and some of them are contradict each other. Sure. But certainly something that feels like it would be believable, credible within the context of Tamriel and its peoples.
Wow, it's a tall order.
It is.
Yeah. So, as you mentioned, I mean, you have to be fully aware of the entire series of the Elder Scrolls, but how do you work with Bethesda? We get that question a lot, to make sure that, you know, the Elder Scrolls Online fits that.
Yes. Well, early on, I worked with them a lot.
Sure.
When I was getting to know how they saw the world, and what was the best way to come up with things that would integrate well with their take on it, because their take is what we must defer to.
Sure.
Because they're going to continue doing titles in this series. Yep. At some point, and we have to make sure that that what we do doesn't cause problems for them, since we're in their past. Right. So I work very closely with mainly with Kurt Kuhlman down there, also with Bruce Nesmith, and some other folks like Emil, when things come up around the guilds and such like. And sometimes I'll ask them, you know, we want to do this. How do we do this in our world? The same thing that people come and ask me. Or I will have, you know, here's what we propose to do. You know, do you have a problem with it? There's a couple ways we could do it. Which way is most appropriate, etc. And they usually get back to me pretty quickly, and we work things through. Their office is a little over an hour from our office here in Hunt Valley. So occasionally I'll go down there and meet with them to talk things over. But we try to work very closely. And as time has gone on, we've learned to trust each other, and usually nowadays when something comes up that might be a red line for Bethesda Game Studios, I have a good idea already, and I can tell people, well, you know, they prefer that when we talk about this subject that we approach it this way. Sure. And so we can pretty much, by and large, we go ahead now without needing to check with them as frequently as we used to.
Nice.
Nice. So what's sort of the process like when you need to create new lore for ESO?
We do it all the time. Yeah. And the way we do it is, the way lore works in Elder Scrolls is that it's always from the standpoint of characters in the game and their beliefs and the world that they have grown up in. So we simply try to put ourselves in the place of a Nord in Windhelm, or a Breton in Wayrest, or a Wood Elf in Grotwood, and think, okay, what are their worlds like? What would they believe? What's going to fit in with their society and their belief systems and how they do things? And so long as we do that, the more we do that, the more we have a feel for the connections between everything in Tamriel, and so the more sort of cultural synergies we can come up with, the more solidly things feel in the world, and the more we know, then that something is going to be lore appropriate.
That makes sense. So that basically I mean, you did an interview recently where you were in character. Is that
Yes.
kind of a fun thing to do, to be in the character and to, you know?
Well, it is, and the reason I did that is because, like I said, all the lore in the game is delivered from the standpoint
Sure.
of people in Tamriel, and in that way, Elder Scrolls is different from most fantasy campaign worlds, right? I mean, the typical paradigm, George R. R. Martin with Westeros, Tolkien with Middle Earth, the familiar D&D worlds of the Forgotten Realms or World of Greyhawk, those all have histories and backgrounds that are all laid out, and they're all, they've all got some lore daddy who decided everything, and this is how it is, right? And so everything works within the envelope of things that are already decided. Elder Scrolls, Tamriel, does not follow that paradigm. In Elder Scrolls, all lore is delivered not from on high by revelation, but from people who live their lives in the game, in the world of the game, and based on their beliefs. And so that does two things for us. It means that the lore always carries not just information about what the person is talking about, but also information about the person and their culture. Because the way the lore is delivered tells you how they believe things actually work in the world. What this means, of course, is that people have different viewpoints. These viewpoints sometimes contradict each other. And so sometimes we have players saying, all right, this person believes that and that person believes this other thing, but which one's the real thing?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a world like ours. In a world like ours where you can sort of trust in science and say, well, yes, people have different beliefs, but I know there's an objective reality. This is a world of myth. This is a world where reality is actually changeable, where the divines can change not only what happens going forward, but what has happened in the past. The idea that there is an objective reality behind all these different people's opinions, it's not necessarily the case in the world of Tamriel. So, listen to what all these different people have to say, make up your own mind, make up your own beliefs about what happened, and you're as liable, since you're playing in their world, and you're playing a character in their world, what you think happened is legitimate as what that NPC thinks.
That's so cool. Isn't that cool?
Quite an answer.
You're basically part of it. That's
Part of
awesome.
the history.
Yeah, exactly.
So can you tell us at all about what you are currently working on?
Now that we have got, everybody was working on the justice system for a while. That was a huge effort.
It was.
Now that we have got the first part of that out, we are back to working on new content, and so I'm supporting a lot of this new content has already been announced. Orsinium, the zone of the orcs in Hrothgar, Murkmire, another zone in Blackmarsh, and the Imperial City, eventually the Clockwork City, and then guild content around the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild.
Ooh,
all
said it.
all these things, they're all at work in the background.
Sure.
And they'll be coming out at different times as they get completed properly.
Sure.
It's really good to be back working on new stuff.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, I bet. Man, I bet chat's just going crazy right now. Oh my God, he said all these things. We had a couple questions from the forums. I wanted to ask one in particular. Sorry, I didn't write the name down. Prior to the Third Era, 414, and Imperial reorganization, Vardenfell was temple-governed persevere as established by the Treaty of the Armistice in the Second Era in 896. So, question is, what is Vardenfell's current status, political as well as demographic and infrastructure-wise? Are there any chances of seeing for ourselves, with a little winky face?
So, TLDR, what's going on in Vardenfell?
What is going on?
So I can give you the current situation there, in general outlines, without having to go into character or anything. Vardenfell much of it is still, I wouldn't say wasteland, but it's the central part of Vardenfell is largely inhabited by nomadic Ashlander tribes. The east coast of Vardenfell, along the inner sea, facing the Telvanni Peninsula, there are various places there that are of value to the Telvanni mage lords, and so they more or less claim the eastern coast of Vardenfell. And then there's this sort of the upper northwest portion that faces Blacklight across the sea there, and where there are exploitable resources and things there, that's pretty much administered by the Great House Dunmer from Blacklight. But Vardenfell in the Second Era, during the time of Elder Scrolls Online, is lightly peopled. And you know, we do hope eventually to go there, because it was so much fun in Morrowind. But it's not currently on the slate of anything that we're working on. I hope that adequately answered the question.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm going to take a question from the Twitch chat, just because they are blowing up with good questions. But I do have to ask this first one, because it's just, I love it. From Quest Gaming Network.
I just saw that one.
When are we going to get a mini Lawrence figurine where we push a button, he spouts random lore, people would buy it? So if marketing came to you and said, we need to do this, what do you think?
Well, you know, insofar as I'm not an NPC in the game, that wouldn't be lore appropriate. So,
Can we make an exception?
you know,
Anything's possible?
I don't know. I don't know if anything's possible. I mean, if magic works, then anything's possible.
Okay, good.
I love that idea personally. Just push a little button.
I mean, that's kind of what I do anyway, right? When I come into my
Yeah,
office,
go up to
they ask
Lawrence's
me a
office.
question, and it's basically, you know.
Well, you could just leave the doll there and then like go out for a long day, and then people would just have to press that button.
Mm-hmm.
The Magical Spoon was asking how long it takes to create a piece of lore for ESO.
Wow.
I guess
well,
that's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, that varies a lot. I mean, some stuff, you know, you can just create off the top of your head and say, well, you know, if this works this way and that works that way, then obviously this must behave that way, and then, you know,
Obviously.
then you're done. But sometimes when you're doing a whole zone or something like that, you need to sit down and talk with the writers, the content designers, and you work up a backstory for the entire area. What's been going on here in the last 5 years, since the Second Empire fell, in the last 500 years, and since the beginning of the First Era. You know, what has happened in this place, and how has it shaped and formed the culture that lives there? And that may go through a number of iterations as the story of it evolves and solidifies, and as it goes through play testing, and we see what works and what doesn't. So that's and you know, to an extent, because we're a live game, it's ongoing, right? I mean,
That's true.
we added all sorts of lore around the justice system, you know, to a game in progress.
Yeah.
And there's more coming. So it's a never-ending process.
Indeed it is.
It is. Here's a good question from Awadwo. Man, I'm sorry.
What?
I don't know. What do you say that your job is to your friends and family? So because your job is so important, but confusing maybe to people that don't know the industry, don't know the series, how do you kind of explain that to them?
I just tell them I'm a wizard.
There you go.
Awesome.
That shuts them up.
Let's see. Jonar actually has a number of questions in here. Oh man. So whenever there's a
Go easy
word,
on me.
when there's a word that shows up, I always ping Lawrence and I'm like, how do you pronounce this? Because I just don't want to butcher it, and now it's going to happen live on the air.
Perfect.
I'll just correct you. It's no problem for me.
He really likes correcting me. I'm always wrong. In ESO, there are several references to the. It starts with a T. So you're laughing because you see which one I'm going with. To Zaki? Saki? Come on, man. I'm not.
Seichi. The Seichi, they're among the races of the Akaviri.
Okay, well, it says there's references to them being snakes or snake men. What do we know about their appearance? Apparently, they bred with Imperials, and some Imperials share their appearance, whatever that means, he says. So,
Well, it depends who you ask.
so mysterious.
Yes, the Seichi were the Akaviri who invaded back in the First Era, and whose invasion was stopped by Riemann, who then became Riemann the First, Emperor of Tamriel, and the first Emperor of the Second Empire.
Oh, man, he's putting on his lore hat.
And they were referred to as the Snake People, and there have been various accounts of them as having various serpentine aspects to them. What we do know, however, is that you can find Akaviri armor in the game, and if you're a human or an elf, you can put this on. So how different could they have been if you can wear their armor? But on the other hand, maybe they were shapeshifters. Some people think that's true too. It just depends who you ask. Then, of course, the Akaviri who then invaded about 10 years prior to the start of Elder Scrolls Online, those weren't the Seichi. Those were the Kamal, and they're different. But we won't go into that today.
That's awesome.
Love it. You remember that pronunciation video that you helped with? I feel like I just got one of those looks when I was trying to pronounce.
Here's one from Slick275. Is Mike actually a Daedric prince? Puts tin hat back on.
Make the liar, I assume.
Mike the Liar. That's right.
Damn it. Is it Mike? I always said Make.
Mike.
There's another one.
It's Mike.
Man, I'm 0 for 2
It's got
today.
it's got a little glottal stop in the middle of it.
Well, in my
man.
defense, this doesn't in this question.
Right.
Come on, Slick.
Blame the players.
I'm blaming
Skype,
Slick.
It's Skype formatting.
I'm blaming Skype.
Well, the answer to that question is, if you asked him, what would he say?
Obviously lie. Just ask him and then take the opposite of whatever he says.
Maybe.
Odin Thunderlegs was asking, where are the Sijik Isles now? I know I pronounced that right.
Yes, he's referring to the Isle of Artaeum, which is the island that was the third largest island of the Somerset Isles archipelago, and which is the home of the Sijik Order. And at the time of ESO, in the middle of the Second Era, during the Interregnum, the Sijiks took their island and went away. The island is gone. Nobody can find it. If it's still there, nobody knows how to get to it. If it's gone, nobody knows where it went. Or if they do know, they're not telling.
I bet you know, and you're just not telling. That's what my
well,
money's
some
on.
say it went one place and some say another. So,
It's not helpful. Man.
Just start swimming. You'll get to it eventually.
Yeah. Just start whispering to the slaughterfish as they gather around you. Seen this island? No, don't. No, I mean, no, seriously, stop that. This island, yeah, that'll work.
Here's one from Gore727. Who really is Cadwell? Are there secrets to this person that we don't know? Can you tell us more?
Who really is Cadwell?
That's a good question.
Why does anybody think that there's more to Cadwell than what he says himself?
Because he's so great.
How much can there be to a guy who wears a pot in his head? He's
So true.
What you see is what you get.
that's until more is revealed, that's what's there. WYSIWYG Cadwell.
Here's one. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this name. I'm done embarrassing myself for today.
No, you're not.
It's true. One more. What is Meridia's opinion of individuals cured with vampirism against their will, as well as former vampires who have cured themselves?
Well, I think we need to get Frastus of Ellen here to answer this.
Yes.
So I am now, since this needs to be answered in the context of a character in the game. As Frastus of Ellen here, the noted sage, let me speak about Meridia, because I know a lot of things about the Daedric princes. Meridia, of course, the Lady of Light, is the enemy of all undead. And so, as far as she's concerned, any vampire who has been de-vampirized, that's a good thing. Doesn't matter why, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter whether it was done for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. Vampire's gone, good with the Lady of Light. There. Now, next question.
Oh man, that was good. I don't know. I gotta find one that's up to that caliber.
Come on, you can do it.
That's my wheel spinning, and I just picked this one from Fox and the GM. Are you ever called Lawrence? Like
L-O-R-E. Lawrence.
Yeah,
Lawrence is back.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you know, I handle the lame puns.
Not on this show.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, you know, insofar as...
Have you guys met?
No, I mean, as opposed to the NPCs in the game, because we don't do lame puns in the game.
Sure.
No.
Never.
No. No, you know, insofar as you can't say Lawrence without lore.
That's
then,
true.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
That's... People have made that joke.
Never.
So creative.
Okay. Well...
I have a question.
Oh, what?
There was some concerns earlier about there was a line of thunderstorms going to come through. Might mess with our power.
I think, yeah, I know we started getting thunderstorms last night. We were really worried earlier that we were looking at the forecast and it was like thunderstorms incoming at 4 o'clock, and it was like, for God's sake, like right during our stream, so we were all worried the power was going to go out. The lights started flashing earlier, so...
So the lights were flashing? So we're still concerned about this?
They were earlier when we were kind of going through scripts, and I don't know, I get concerned.
Do you want me to handle this for you?
Could you please?
Okay. So I think that we need to appeal to the divine Kinnereth, the goddess of the sky. So we're gonna just do a little ritual to appease her,
I'm
so
ready.
we don't get any thunderstorms, so that you, the players, don't get your webcast interrupted by you know, random acts of gods from mythical kingdoms. So let's see. So I'm gonna need your cooperation with this. I need
Okay,
your help.
I'm ready.
All right, Gina,
Yes.
hold your hands up like this. Higher, flatter. Okay. So here we're going to put this represents Kinnereth. This is our little idol of Kinnereth.
I love it.
In her raptor, her hawk and eagle guys.
Oh my God.
Okay. And
So
now
excited.
Jason,
What do I do?
we need the chant.
Okay.
So I need you to go. Oh,
With the hand too?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Your heart's not in this, is it?
No, it is. My
A lightning bolt from
can't
Kinnereth is
control
going
My
to
throat
go
is
right
sore, so I'm gonna
down
do
into
this.
your hair, and then you'll be sorry if you don't do this right. Okay?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, Kinnereth, goddess of the sky, Kinnereth,
Oh.
queen of storms, mother of the tempest, we beseech ye. Have mercy upon this, our humble webcast. Do not smite it with the storms. We offer you a sacrifice.
Oh, no.
This crab has offered itself to Kinnereth so that this webcast will not be interrupted. Yes! This crab
Oh, my God.
must die.
Oh my God.
There, she took it. Thank you. Thank you. Very well.
Oh, my goodness.
Well done.
Oh my God.
Woo! Are we still alive?
I think it shut off minutes ago.
Oh, well, it wasn't because the power got cut out by thunderstorms.
Oh, man. That was amazing. Can we do this every show?
Can we do it again now? I feel alive.
See? You see?
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing.
I think it
Well,
worked, too.
I think we should wrap this all up with, I don't even know what could top this. Probably another giveaway, right?
We were going to actually give away a mud crab, but it's dead, so that is not happening. So can we do no, we got to keep it.
We can't do
I
that.
like him too much. I don't want to get rid of him.
Don't be ridiculous.
Let's do, because it's so special, because we don't sell it on the store, let's do another leather-bound book. I really honestly don't know where I put it.
I don't even know where it went.
But we
You
showed
saw
it
it earlier.
It was here. It was beautiful. So let's do.
This is going to be a
You know
hard
what?
keyword.
In
In honor of Lawrence.
honor of Lawrence, maybe he should read the keyword. We have it on the screen there, if you don't mind, if you can read that keyword, because, gosh, if we
I'm
try.
not even going to try.
Well, it is, of course, a Dwemer word. A dwarven dungeon, one of its names.
Oh, you guys are in
The
trouble.
keyword is Erkunzilft.
That's
I'll say
right.
that again. Erkunzilft. There, type that in.
So if you want to win this book, type it into Twitch chat right now.
Erkunzilft.
Thank God
That's all
I
you
didn't
get.
have to
Yep.
try and pronounce that.
Sorry, guys, but act quick. We're going to be taking a winner, and you're going to get an awesome leather-bound notebook.
What did you do with it?
I can't even guess. I think Eric took it when he left. He's just stole it and ran. He put it on eBay.
Kinnereth took it.
Oh, there it is, over there.
Where? Oh, you're right. It is. I'm sorry, guys.
There it is.
Beautiful. So you're going to be winning this awesome book. Man, we might be here all
Awesome
day
book.
if no one knows how to spell it.
Can we give him a hint, maybe?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sorry. I tried.
Looking, I think they got it.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
boy.
All right, so a couple more seconds, then Kai's going to pick a winner. We're going to announce it on the show. I wonder how long it took for the first person to get it.
There is no way I would spell that one correctly. It's deceiving because however you pronounce it, whatever you said.
Erkunzilft.
Thank you. Can that be the button when we make a Lawrence figurine? It doesn't even, it doesn't look like that to me.
It
We
doesn't.
have a winner.
We do have a winner.
It's Technotom 74.
Nice.
Yay!
Good job. Good job, Technotom.
Congratulations, and wow, you spelled it right. So
I hope you didn't Google, because that is not.
that's cheating.
That
Come
wouldn't
on,
be fair.
Technotom, don't do that.
Kai's going to contact you via Twitch chat. So check your inbox or the other box, and we'll send that off to you. Congrats.
Indeed. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us
thank
on the
you.
show.
My pleasure,
This
as
was a lot of
always.
fun.
This was great. Poor
Hopefully,
mud crab.
poor mud crab. Look, now you're using it for
Well,
an
you know,
armrest.
but that's why I brought the season.
Oh, see, that's how I like my crabs. We don't need birthday cake. We've got crab.
Oh, it's so tasty
I'll
too.
just, I'll take this up the cafeteria.
That's perfect.
I like the legs.
Well, you guys, thanks again for joining us. This
Yeah, thank
was
you.
a good show.
Whoop.
We do want to let you know that if you previously signed up for the ESO console beta, you should check your email today.
Is that right?
Just saying.
Interesting.
Well, join us again
Yep. Our
in
next,
a couple weeks.
Yep. 2 weeks we'll be back, and something cool is going to happen in the next episode. We're going to show off some
Something?
console footage, maybe.
Pick some
Is that what's
console.
happening? It's
Oh my
coming so
goodness.
quick, guys. We got to show off the game, right? So stay tuned for that. In 2 weeks, we'll be back. But
April 10th?
April 10th.
No,
that's
April 10th
now.
is today.
20
What are we talking about?
Let's do the math. It's the 10th, so you add
I'm
7.
not doing any
that's
math.
a week.
I'm just looking
7
here.
another week. That would
The
be the 24th.
24th.
I think that's how that works. 14 plus the 10.
4 p.m. as
Yep.
usual, Eastern
Same time.
time.
21st? There's no way.
No, it's the 24th. I just looked.
14 plus 10. We're not math majors
Yeah, 24th.
Okay.
I'm looking right at it.
here.
That's why I don't program.
Don't try to trick us. Math is hard enough. So be sure and tell us what you thought of the show. Only if you have good feedback, though.
Good feedback only. My heart can't take it.
We always like to try and improve as much as we can. So let us know what you thought.
Yep.
Share your creations also.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just gonna, stalk Facebook pages and look for things.
We'll find your art. We'll do it.
We're looking
Yep.
for it. So we will certainly see you in Tamriel. Don't forget, Welcome Back Weekend is next weekend.
It is.
So look forward to seeing everybody then.
And take part in the fan art contest. Go to our website now and send us your artwork. Do it.
Do everything.
Do it.
Have
Thanks,
a
guys.
busy weekend and a good one.
Thanks for